All right, now let's look at the numbers. So far, over the 5 years, we've have over 14,000 applications. And out of these 14,000, definitely not everybody who begin is going to end, because we are always strict with our programs. And out of the 14,000 sign-ups that we had, we've trained over 5,000 individuals across Africa. I mean, 5,000 out of 14,000 successful individuals who finished from the beginning to the end. We've trained over 5,000 individuals across Africa. And we've have over 3,000 project completions. And what I mean by project completions, during this program, there's going to be aside the final project that we are going to be building, right? We are going to be creating a problem. We are going to create, aside the final project, which we are going to be creating a solution for any of the local problems we might be facing. We still have some inbuilt projects in between the courses, right? For every week, we have projects that will be assigned to students. That's okay. Let's take, for instance, for those who will be learning front-end development. If you learn HTML for this week, there is a project that we are going to do that is around HTML. And let's take for instance, for cybersecurity, you learn networking. There is going to be a project around networking, or probably maybe you learn storytelling, or you learn SQL for those who will be doing data analysis. There's a project that is assigned to each and every courses or every module you'll be taking on our LMS. There is projects, and we have 3,000 project completions so far across all the 5 tracks that we have. Let's take, for instance, for cybersecurity, if you get to penetration testing, you see a lot of projects. You see projects around Linux. You see projects around around Windows. You see projects around enumeration, information gathering, a lot of that, right? So projects, the process of the project is just to help you to develop yourself more, right? This project is going to be hands-on, and the project is what we are going to be using to calculate our metrics, right? And also, we have over 500 prospects. Over 500,000 students need access to these opportunities. That is our prospects. But we've not been able to reach these numbers, and we believe subsequently we are going to hit this very number, because we believe 500,000 individuals, let me not say students, individuals need access to these kind of opportunities. Because when we check around us, if you are to learn from any of these training center, you'll be getting, I'm not saying you shouldn't go to any training center to learn, but if you are to learn, you know that they are demanding huge amount of money from us, and we are giving out these for free. There are some people that they actually have the motivation, they want to learn, but they lack the necessary materials. And what I mean by materials, some people, they don't really have the fund to enroll themselves in some of this academy, to groom themselves in this knowledge. And that is why we have the Tech Diversity as well, to equip you with the knowledge, right? With the knowledge required for you to be a very tech savvy individual. So these are the numbers that we've had so far. And we own the technology, meaning that we are the owner of this technology. We have the LMS. We integrated it ourselves. We build it ourselves. We understand the LMS. What I mean by the LMS is the learning management system. It's just like Udemy, right? We have all available courses on this LMS, and you go there, you learn, you take notes, you can answer questions, you can ask for questions on the platform. Our team members are going to reach out to, they are going to attend to the project. They are going to attend to, our team members are going to attend to the question being asked on the platform as well. So we have all of this process in place. And even though you want to submit project submission is also going to be on the LMS as well. We give you project, you get an email that your project has been reviewed successfully. If need be that you need a rework for your project, you are going to still get the notification that, yeah, you need a rework at some point. And if you do not need a rework on a particular project you've been submit, you are going to still get a notification that your project successfully submitted and you meet the requirements. So we listen to users. So users help us to build this project more by using it, right? By using the LMS. I'm going to introduce us to the LMS. I can see some people have started learning on the LMS during the registration phase, which is very, very amazing. But we listen to users and also we build, right? So now let's check the flow. The flow of the registration so far. The first stage is we normally call for application, and the application will be eligible for, but not only Nigerian, right? We extend the program across several countries in Africa. So we've extended the program. So we call for application whereby you register for the program. Then after the registration, the next phase is the baseline assessment. And if you can check, during the course of the program, you were seeing, during the course of the program, you were actually being tested. You have an assessment that you have an assessment that's for those who registered, probably for those who registered for front end, back end, cybersecurity. There's an assessment that is that you attempt. So those who meet the requirement of the assessment, those who meet the requirement of the assessment got a notification as well that you've successfully registered for the tech diversity, and that is the reason why you got access to the closed WhatsApp platform, right? Those who miss the assessment, they are not eligible to get to join the WhatsApp platform, and that is the second stage of the flow of the program. And then the third stage, this is where we are now. Course enrollment, we are going to be enrolling you based on what you've choose, right? Because I believe a lot of people choose data analysis, like I said. So some people choose cybersecurity, some choose UI UX, while some people choose either front end or back end development. So it's going to be a 6-month practical training. Participants will select between web development, data analysis, cybersecurity, and UI UX. So that is stage 3, and that is where we are now. Then after that, we are going to be having some impact projects. That is where the innovative project comes in, right? That is where we are going to look for a local problem and try to solve it based on what we've learned so far. And there's going to be a final project. And the final project is what we are going to be using to determine 10 teams. This is going to be in form of teams, right? So we are going to have 10 teams who are going to be presenting their project at the final stage. At the final stage of the program, there's going to be a final assessment that we're going to be using to determine the top teams that have an amazing product. Yes, that have an amazing product so far. And lastly, job placement. What I mean here is the project will actually be put out there. Will actually be put to investors just for them to be, we link people up. Okay, let's take for instance, we build a project that can solve a local problem around the medical line. We place the team up with, investors around the medical lines just for them to be able to see the project, to see the product, and how they can be able to use it. And the more they use it, the teams get to earn from their project, right? All right. So another amazing thing that we have on our platform is we have a scoreboard, right? And you can see from my screen here, we have scoreboard, and this scoreboard display all our performance on a weekly basis, right? So we clear the scoreboard after each 7 days. Then after 7 days again, we clear the scoreboard. We present new users, right? We present new user who has been learning so far. So from here, you'll be seeing your performance. You'll be seeing the active learners. You'll be seeing those who have been learning so far on the platform, right? Like you can see, you see yourself on the scoreboard according to how you've been performing so far, according to the courses that you've attempted, according to the step you've finished, according to the project you've done, right? So you can even share your progress. Like, okay, let's take for instance, I happens to be the top person for this week. I can share. I can click on the link. Click on this link to share my progress across my socials. That yes, I've been learning, and this is what I've been able to do this week. All right. So with your hand of support, we can reach out to more people. Right? With you, with myself, with everybody, we can be able to reach out to people who are in need of this opportunity. Like I said earlier on, 500,000 individuals need access to these opportunities every year, and that is the reason why we are pushing out the Tech Diversity Foundation, right? And that is how I wrap it up on my presentation majorly. I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to share another tab on my screen just for me to welcome you, to walk you through our platform, right? Some people have been learning on the platform, but the goal is still to present you, to walk you through the platform, to see how the platform works. And so after the call, immediately after this call, we are going to roll out our first course, which is the pre-course that I mentioned, right? The pre-course. So the major goal of the pre-course, okay, let me just even share my screen. That. Let me share my screen. All right. So now for everybody, we can visit, although the link to this very course will be shared to our email immediately after this call, right? So we can visit skills dot. Okay, sorry, I need to use my other account. All right, so we can visit skills.instinctup.com. All right, let me sign in again. So literally, you don't need to sign up again because you've signed up during the registration. So you can just use your username and password that you use at the point of registration for this program. You can just use it to log in to this platform. So you can just use that information, the credential you've used earlier while you are registering for the program. So if you check our library, we have a lot of courses. Right? But you are not meant to do all of these courses because we've already enrolled you in a path, right? And if I should go to skills.instinctup/tracks, I can see a couple of from here we're going to see a couple of libraries that we've already put together. So for those who choose front-end development, all the courses for front-end development are tied to this track, and all the courses for data analysis are also tied to this track. All the courses for UI UX, so you don't need to, and also each and every week you'll be getting an email notification for what to cover for that particular week. So you don't really have much problem navigating the platform. But majorly for this digital literacy course, let me just search for the digital literacy. Let me go back to our library. and I can search for digital literacy. So you don't need to worry yourself about it. The links that will guide you, that will direct you to this very course, will be sent to your email immediately after this call. So you don't need to direct yourself, come and search. So once you got the email, you just need to click on the email, and the email will direct you to this very course. Right? This is the course, and the course also has projects. And the major goal of this course majorly is, we know that a lot of us know what a drone is, a lot of us know what GPU is, micro elements. Some people actually knows this. Then another goal of this is for those who don't have experience or who don't know all of these terminologies, we get to know them. And another thing with this majorly is it gets you to it welcomes you to our platform. This course introduces you to our platform. It allows you to be able to navigate around the platform, right? So now, the moment I click on digital literacy, the link that will be sent to you, this is what you are going to see. And yeah, right, you can see that it's telling me that I should continue from where I've stopped. But in your own case, it's just going to tell you that you should enroll in the first instance, right? I think that's what is going to tell you that you should enroll, right? If you enroll, you can click on enroll, or you can come down here to see the module that we have here. You can see the module 1. We have 15 lessons and it's just about 15 minutes. So this is just like a short course, right? This is more of just like a short course. And if I see, the moment I click on it, you can see what is computers and their purposes, what is drones in enterprise, and in between these courses as well, in between the videos as well, there are there are quizzes that you can attempt, and the quizzes is just based on the videos that you've watched, right? So now let's take, for instance, this is the module 1, and I'm interested in, I want to get started with the first course. So I'm going to click on the first video. It's going to direct me. You can see it directed me here.
Databases, spreadsheets, presentations, simulations, education.
That it's continued from where I've stopped. The platform, the video didn't start from the beginning, meaning that this always keeps track of all your activities. The platform always keeps tracks of all your activities. So I can just go back to the beginning and see.
Today, we might think of a computer as the laptop in our tote bag or even the smartphone in our pocket. But computers manifest in many other.
After you are done, you move to the next one, and automatically you can see the next one here, right? And automatically, if I should wrap up this video, I should wrap up this very course. Let me go. I should wrap up this very course. You can see it's telling me that I should move to the next video, and then it's telling the next video will start automatically in 5 seconds. So I can just click on the next video, or automatically it's going to start by itself, right? You can see automatically the next video starts by itself. You can see the next video starts by itself. You can see to allow you to load, and
look up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a drone.
You can see. So that's how it is, and you can also ask for question right here. If you have any question, you can see. You can ask question, and if you post your question will be on a particular video. If you post your question, you can get answer, or you can also bring it to the platform as well, so that everybody might get to benefit from that very question. And if there is like a course as an download, anything that you might need to download, you can click on here to download. Maybe the instructor mentioned that, say, there is a file you can download. You find the file on the download. And also some courses add project, and why some does not have project. So if you click on this very project, you're going to see it's going to direct you to the course. You can see the course project. You can see the course project. So if I click on the project, it's going to take me to the project. And this is the project that you need to attempt for the next 21 days, right? You need to attempt this project. if you go to the project, you can see the description. This is the description telling us that congratulations on reaching the final stage of our digital literacy course. So we want you to showcase your understanding of diverse. You can see, so if you could just read through the project, and you can see, click on the button below to download the Google Sheet. When the document is open, click on the file to download a Word version. When you are done, come back to this place to upload your updated file. So I can download this. It's like a document. So if I should download it, I'm going to open it. Alright, so while I open it, you can see the question. This is the tax 1. You can see this is the project. This is the project majorly, and this is where you are going to provide your answers to the project. This is where you are going to provide your answer. So once you want to answer, you can enable editing. Alright, so I've already enabled editing. So I can start answering the question right here, right? And then if I'm done, I'm going to save it. Once I save it, so I need to answer the question. You can see foundation clearly describe the foundation of digital technology and 80% human written, right? So if you meet expectation, the tax 1 is foundation of digital knowledge, right? So if you meet the expectation, you can see you clearly describe the foundation of digital literacy and it is 80% human written. And if you did not meet the requirements, you can see this is what you are going to get. So now you need, this is the tax 1, then the tax 2, you come back to the project, do the tax 2, right? This is the tax 1, this is the tax 2. So tax 3, you go back to the document, you answer it. Tax 3, same thing. Tax 4, same thing. Then once you are done, you can click on submit the project, right? So now you can just go back to the file. Now I'm going to go back to the digital literacy. I'm going to click on it, open it, and then I'm going to submit the file, right? Once you are done with the editing, you are just going to submit the file. And that is how the platform works, right? Another thing that I mentioned during my presentation was we have scoreboard, right? We have scoreboard. So that keep tracks of all your learning process. So if you go to the scoreboard, you can see other users who have been learning so far on the platform for the past 7 days. You can see this is the person that we have so far, right? We have because like I said, the platform automatically regenerates itself every week, meaning every Monday we have new people on the leaderboard, right? So these are the people that have been learning so far today. These are the people that has been learning so far on the platform today. So you will see, if you submit a project, you're going to see, if you complete a course, you're going to see how many courses you've completed. If you submit a project, you're going to see how many projects you've submitted, and you can also share your progress as well. So if I click on this, I can share. You can see. You can share this badge across your learning. You can download it and you can share as well across, or you can see. Congratulations to Peter Boniface for reaching 91 points in the past 7 days, right? So this board resets every week, right? So it resets itself every week, right? So that's another thing, another amazing thing that we have. You can go back to it, and this is what the criteria we are going to be using to select and celebrate our top performing students every week, right? We are going to be celebrating our top performing students for each and every week, meaning every Monday, if we come back on Sunday evening, we are going to come to the scoreboard, screenshot those the top students for that week. Then on the Monday morning, we post them across our platform, we tag them, and we celebrate them. And that is another way of us, putting our students out there for people to see that yes, they are actually learning, right? So that is how the platform works, and that is how we are going to wrap it up on this very one as well. And then we are going to the final stage. And then before we go to the final stage, I have someone here on the call with us, who is our CEO of the Tech Diversity Foundation. I know he might have one or two things to just, chip in before we now move to the question and answer, and then we add a group picture as well. Yes, regardless that it is virtual class, it doesn't mean it is a virtual call, doesn't mean that we can't have a it doesn't mean that we can't have a virtual we can't have a group for pictures. We are going to take a group pictures, and I want everybody to go to their social media. After taking the group pictures, just we're going to take a screenshot, just post it across your platform, post it across your Twitter. Ensure that you tag the Tech Diversity Foundation that yes, you are getting started and you are fully onboarded into the program. So without further ado, I just want to open the floor to our CEO. Maybe he has one or two things to say with us. Alexa, are you there? Oh.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Well done, Saeed, for the wonderful overview of the program. So I think I have nothing much to say really than to just encourage every one of us here. Don't just take this as one of the programs that you won't complete. Just take a look at it as every time, every of your efforts is a commitment, and is something that you really need to take very, very important. In fact, I would rather say that it is okay for you to just quit right now. If you think this is not for you, you think you won't be able to commit yourself, you can save us the stress and just make up your mind and find something else to do. Because one thing that must be mentioned is that all of these technologies are not things that you can scratch on the surface. What I'm trying to say in essence is that you can't fake it. You can fake every other thing, but technologically you can't fake it. There's a limit to which you can fake it. It's just like you saying, oh, you are a software engineer, you're calling yourself software engineer, you've updated your LinkedIn description, and you have a beautiful resume to yourself and all of that. There's going to come a time where all of those things will fade away. So there's going to come a time where you need to defend whatever title you give to yourself. So this is a moment of truth majorly. I'm just trying to encourage every one of us that it's high time we take this very, very seriously and find a way to overcome procrastination. Yes, I know as we chunk out weekly activities to you, sometimes you'll be overwhelmed with other things. Some may be in form of distractions. Some may be in form of yes, your legit job, things that put food on your table, or some may be in form of your academic commitments. Whatever it is, I just want you to know that average doesn't cut it. In fact, there's a trend right now. Venturing into technology is a bit difficult right now. Some of us, we may think, oh, it should be quite easy because we have the likes of artificial intelligence and the likes. But the truth is that it's a bit more complicated. And what do I mean? If you take 1 to 2 years to learn the basics then, and you're able to get a job, maybe entry level and all of that, that has really changed now. So you need to learn and learn and learn, burn more candles to be able to really meet up what the industry expects of you. So just imagine the people who were able to, just by learning some of the basics, and they get a job. Now it's a bit more complicated than that, because just an ordinary person can do what it takes somebody 2 years ago, about a few years ago, to learn and to do. Somebody can do that in like just seconds. Put the right prompt into any of these machines and they're able to generate all of these things. So average doesn't cut it anymore. That's my point. And it boils down to everywhere you are, everything you're doing, whether you're currently in school or you're currently doing something, average doesn't cut it anymore. You know, if you listen to the news, you see how many job cuts, tech company cutting jobs, even banks cutting jobs. This is not to scare us. You know, you're not meant to be scared. You're just meant to be motivated to make up your mind and decide that, hey, look, henceforth, you just want to aim for the best. You just want to aim for perfection. You just want to aim for something far more than average, you know. So take, for instance, some people right now are busy just going to ChatGPT to do almost everything that they need to do. Yes, that's good. There's nothing wrong leveraging on AI to do anything that you have to do. But you know, this is more like it's a trend. What happened with trend is that trend oftentimes fade away. And those who are the real gem will be the one to last in the race. So all this AI thing, AI that, blah, 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 you know, and all of that is for a while. Very soon, the industry is going to then filter the real people from the noisemakers and the ordinary people. And before you know, we find ourselves in where we used to be, where we say, oh, I don't have the right skill for the job and I'm unable to get a job. So one of the reasons why we are putting out this for free is that we don't want to, you know, we want to remove the barricade. Some you may think, oh, because of the money and all of that. Yeah, so we're taking all of this burden. We have a pool of very fantastic resource persons, volunteers who are here, who are going to be putting everything they have just to ensure that you have the best training that you need. So the way you can pay them back is actually making good use of this training. Like I mentioned, of course, for some people, this is just going to be another normal training, free training that you won't take serious. That's okay. For some, this is going to be something that will transform their life. And I really want a large chunk of people on this call to really gain from this, because I am talking to you from experience. I have, by the special grace of God, we've mentored so many people. We've seen several characters. But one thing that sets aside is your commitment. Your commitment is I can't even overemphasize on it. You see that kind of commitment where you come to a point where it's about life and death, like a do or die. If you don't do it, you're not going to be successful. That's the way to look at it. And one thing about this is, if you know your onions very well, if you know these things very well, you're going to be fine. You decide whether you want to work full-time or you want to start your own business or you want to do freelancing. It gives you an avenue to decide your career path. Yes, it's not easy. Yes, it's not easy. I will say this again and again. It's not a Ponzi scheme. You have to sweat it out. Like you have to pan it out. Like you need to show yourself. It's not, and this is not about, oh, yes, I don't want somebody to copy my work. Oh, no, I want to be successful alone. No, collaboration. And one thing I will mention to every one of us here is that it is very important that you carry people along. Team playing is very important. Research has shown, and part of also what we've experienced in this whole training, is that the guys who teach other people, who render help, learn faster than people who think they're on their own. What do I mean? Feel free to help people on the group. Ask questions, answer others, be a helpmeet, like be a support to someone else. You don't have to always be at the receiving end all the time. To ensure that you have something to give to. Yes, this is a community of people, community of learners, community of volunteers. But also we can be of help to each other. So when somebody is asking questions, find a way to also help. Because by so doing, you're also building your own memory lane. I just want you to try this thing out. Just try it out. If it doesn't work, call me out on the internet if you want to. That, oh, Noah told you to invest your time into learning and invest it and it didn't make any sense. You can call me out and let's discuss it. And I'm saying this because, guys, if people don't give you a job, you can create one. And how do you do that? Consult. I have been releasing for some of you now who belong to my AI community. I've been rolling out AI content since last year, revealing several things about artificial intelligence. But there's just one thing that I know. AI is as smart as you are. AI cannot be smarter than you. If you're not smart enough, the AI will not be smart enough. Yet it may be smarter to somebody who applies smarter than you do. But this technology, they are as smart as we are. And Toib mentioned something that somebody who is a doctor is likely to be more better in the technology domain than anyone else. Yes, technologies are enabler. If you're here today and you have a mindset or you have an idea to start an e-commerce business one day, and all you're thinking about is, I want to have technologies to drive it, I want to have that, I want to have this. And you've not sold anything before on your WhatsApp. You've not even sold a pair of shoes before. You've not even done any delivery service. Like, you've not done anything like that. You're a joker. Technology doesn't exist on vacuum. Technology exists on existing processes. So all these things that we are doing is that we are trying to amplify manual processes. So take, for instance, you're selling to 2 people before. How can you make it more? How can you amplify it? How can you even sell when you are not there? That's what we are talking about here, nothing more. How to use technology to enable other people's problem so that in the end, they can now give you small money in exchange for your intellectual property. So on the other hand, you get money, you feel better, and they get your technology solution. And that's what this whole thing is about. So I want us to see, I want everyone here to see the real end picture, like what you're trying to achieve. It's not just a training, it's something to enable you to see something more. And pretty much once you're able to do that, we'll all feel happy at the end of the day. So please and please share this with any of your friends that you think needs it. Collaborate more. Part of the stories of starting this initiative, initially, we're just training about 5-7 people. 5-7 people. But because we kept doing it for a while, now we have over, I think about 14,000 people right now on our platform. Right from just trying to help 7 people. Now we have an ecosystem that is capable of training over millions of people. So it doesn't just start. It just starts from, starting it out. So if anything you want to do, start the manual way. You want to start any business, start it manually. Forget tech first. Tech is a layer that comes to enable you to do even more. So, in parallel, as you're building, as you're learning, Go hand in hand, pick up a trade, learn something, do it, sell it, exchange money with hand. It is that same process that you will then convert into the technology domain, and you can then say, oh, you built a product. So pretty much that's what I have to tell you guys. I am so happy that you're on this call. I believe that like you've joined today, the momentum will be there. I'm hoping that, you know, let's just push it to the end. And when you push it to the end, our job here is to promote those who push it to the end. Who promotes you? Or only promote people who are doing the job. Only people who can do it. Because Instinct Up's name, Tech Diversity name, Toib's name, my name, all the facilitators' name are on stake. Like, we are putting our name to root for whoever we are suggesting to either job opportunity, either one opportunity or the other. So for us to do that, we have to bring out the best. So please and please, just put in your best into this thing. I have a trick for you. The trick is this. At some point, things will not make sense to you. Don't forget. At some point, it will look like what you're learning is not making sense. It will look like everything they were saying to you is not making sense. But here's the trick. If you can use it, you'll be fine. Always aspire to complete the task given to you. That's it. Your goal should be, oh, this is this week's task. This is what they want me to do. Let me just finish it. Whether you understand it or not, don't worry. And please don't be quick. Don't go and use AI. You use AI, you're doing yourself. Learn. Don't use AI. When we need you to use AI, we'll let you know. All right? So when you put all of these things together, just keep completing the task. And one thing you find out is that in the next couple of weeks, you realize that you have built yourself about like 7 to 8 portfolios. And do you know what that means? It means that whenever people are asking you, oh, can you do this? When you say yes and they say, oh, send me what you've done, you have something that you know within your mind that you did it, not something that you went and dig up on the internet. It is through those things that you then share. Oh, they say, oh, you did this. Okay, help me to do this. Before you know, you now start building gradually your own portfolio. So please and please, try to just finish everything that is assigned to you. If you follow that trick, you'll be fine. Whether you understand it or not, just finish it. In my early days, I didn't understand some concepts until like maybe some years later. I didn't understand them. I didn't even know what I was just doing it because I needed to just complete those tasks. But later on, I didn't understand because there are some things that you're not meant to understand until you reach another level in that career ladder. So that new information that you get in future will then add up to the one you've gotten previously. They will now make sense. That is the trick to learning. But some of us will just touch the surface gradually. We just rub it through. This is difficult. It's not for me. And you go away. Before you know, you dump it. And that's how you've been approaching every skills, everything you've been trying to do. You do small, you get bored, you dump it, and you move on. Please, try as much as you can not to follow that route this time around. Just finish everything we assign to you, and I would love to see you at the end of the program with flying colors. Thank you so much for your time, everybody. I hope that my few comments as, empower somebody today. And thank you so much, Toib. Thank you to all our volunteers. We look forward to a successful program. Toib, over to you.
All right. Thank you very much. Please, can I get some reaction? Can I get some reaction, please? So thank you very much. That is really, really, resonating. So So thank you very much once again, and we are moving to the final stage of the onboarding process. And I know that a lot of people have questions, but time might not permit us to start asking people to, ask questions. So, but we have a platform. We have a WhatsApp platform actually. So you can always drop your question immediately after you call. Any question that's you felt like you don't really you are confused and you need more clarity on. But on this call, we are just going to take 3 questions, and then after that we take a group picture. Right after the group picture, you can then now share. I'm going to take a screen grab from my end, share with you. Then you can also share with your LinkedIn. You've been onboarded to the Tech Diversity program powered by Tech Diversity Foundation. Ensure you tag us so that we can repost as well, right? So now I'm going to give room for just 3 people, and let me see the 3 people that has raised up their hands. All right, I have 3 people already. All right, so the first person I'm calling on is James. James, can you just unmute yourself? And I can see your hands up. Can you just unmute yourself and ask a question while we are here? So others, if you are not okay, the 3 people I'm getting questions from are James, Promise, and Mary Jane. So those are the 3 people I'll be getting questions from. All right, James, Promise, and Mary Jane. So James, you are the first on the list. You can proceed with your question. Just unmute yourself.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
My name is Grace, and I'm connecting from Abuja.
All right, that's amazing.
I want to use this program to say thank you very much for this opportunity given to each and every one of us on this platform to learn one or two. Okay, let me just go straight to the question. I didn't join on time, so I might not get the full gist. Okay, but the question I want to ask is that this program, I don't know if it's affiliated to any of the major institutions in Nigeria, like the universities. I don't know if it's affiliated to any of the institutions in the country. So that's the question I want to know. Thank you.
All right, so thank you very much, James, for that. Literally, we are not affiliated to any institutions, but we get applications from Nigeria students across several institutions, right? We are not affiliated to any institution, but we get participants or students who registers from various institutions across Nigeria. Okay, so that answers your question, and I'm moving on to Promise.
Hello. Yeah, good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, great. Okay, so first of all, I want to say thank you very much for this great opportunity. And Mr. Noah, I really appreciate this great generosity. And I believe such situation, we are going to have a lot of us that will do well this time. My question, I just have 2 questions. I came in quite early. Yeah, I came in quite early, but I didn't get the aspect where you were talking about this cover the digital frontier.
Okay.
But I didn't get that, please. I would like you to just say, help me go back on that. Then, secondly, you also mentioned about an assessment that we are doing online to gain access to the WhatsApp platform. I also need that get clear because I've not joined any WhatsApp platform, but I've been able to cover everything which was requested at the beginning. So I'd like you to share the WhatsApp platform with us, how to join, and also to share information on this digital frontier that you are talking about.
Okay.
That's my question.
All right, so that's
Thank you
good.
so much.
All right, so you missed out on the question. You missed out on this because you are not on the WhatsApp platform yet. So at the point whereby we finish our registration, a link is always sent directly to our email, which contains the WhatsApp link. But regardless, I'm still going to share the WhatsApp link, right?
So Tori, maybe the question to him is, do you get our email?
Yeah, I got this one for this meeting, but I don't think I got the first one that you sent.
Okay, so could you just drop your email on the group, in this very chat? One of my colleagues will pick it up. Felicia, please, you can just grab the email so that you can cross-check with the database and also cross-check that is properly enrolled in the program. Thank you, Toy.
Okay, great. I've done that. Thank you.
All right. So that is for the digital front. Also for the digital frontal, this call is actually on record, right? So the moment you even join the WhatsApp, there's going to be conversation around it. I'm going to be sharing some tips. I'm still going to be sharing some resources as well that's going to help us as well. So the moment you join, you add more clarity on this very question the two questions you asked actually. All right. So moving to the last person.
All right, John. Thank you.
You're welcome. So moving to the last person, I have Mary Jane, and then after Mary Jane, we are going to take a group picture. Then, so please don't forget to drop your email in the chat so that we are going to do. But regardless, in as much as you get this email, if I send another email, you are still going to get it as well. All right. But you can still drop your email address in the chat so that our colleague will pick it up and then we are going to.
He has already. He has.
All right.
The email is on the chat.
All right. So so the last person I'm taking question from is Mary Jane. So Mary Jane.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for the introduction for the onboarding. So my question is concerning my track. So I selected backend and the Django, but I went through the preview of the program. I thought I was just going to go straight to the Django framework. So there's no beginner part of it, like learning about the Python before going to the framework.
Actually, there is. The major thing is that you've not started the program, so the course is not really aligned to how you're going to be learning it. So that is the reason why, if you are fully onboarded to the program, you'll be getting a weekly email, and the weekly email is just more of like a curriculum, what you are going to be learning one after the other. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that is. So
is it
okay?
Having live sessions?
You said?
Or are we going to be having live sessions, or is just on the elements that we'll be learning?
We are going to be having live sessions every Saturdays. We are going to be having live sessions every Saturdays, yes, across all tracks: cybersecurity, UI UX, data analysis, front end, back end. Everybody will be having their separate virtual learning, like virtual classes every Saturday. We have mentors. We have mentors that will be guiding you throughout the learning phase.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. You're welcome. Okay. There's some questions. Okay. Let me just take some questions from the chat. Okay. I can see some messages from the chat. Let me just see. Okay. There are some people who, so the thing is, in as much as you are on this very call, right? You drop your email, we are still going to do our further investigation. In as much as you got the email to join this very onboarding session, you don't have any problem with that. I'm going to send another email that is going to contain the link to join the WhatsApp. Just look out for your email address, right? The email address that you got this information, that you have this call. Because actually, apparently, when I was going through some people details yesterday, I discovered that there are some people that have like multiple emails. They actually register for this program with one of their email, which they've forgotten. So if you have multiple emails, just ensure that you check those multiples email. In as much as you are on this call, you have access to this call. The moment I trigger the new email containing the WhatsApp link and also the digital literacy course, you should be able to see the link to join the WhatsApp, and you can also from there join the WhatsApp group, right? So that is for that. So if you have any other question, you can always come to the WhatsApp group. Let's have some meaningful conversation. Let's make the group more lively. Let's light up the moment in the group, and that is how we are going to wrap it up on this onboarding session. But before we go, let's just take a quick. So I want everybody to turn on their camera. Let's just turn on their camera, right? I can see myself. Anybody else?